There's an infinite amount of distractions that can take you away from what you're doing in life, but I think the three that are the most important, the ones that pertain most to your eating, are tech, people, and tasks. Now, these are three different things and can kind of manifest in different forms. So you could have calling people, texting, watching videos, social media, games on your phone if you're playing Angry Birds. People, you have conversations, arguments, in person or online. That's pretty much it. Task can be any other job in the world that takes you away, or takes away your hands, takes away your mouth to talk, takes away you from eating. And so there's a bunch of different things that can come while you're eating your meals. I'm going to erase every distraction that you'll run into with tech. The easiest way to get rid of a tech distraction is to set your phone or your laptop to grayscale. What is grayscale? Grayscale is when, hey Siri, turn on grayscale. Black and white. A big reason why tech companies and social media companies profit so much and put so much of their attention on attention span is because the more they can get you to use their device or their app, the more money they're probably going to make from sales, from advertising, etc. And so it would be their number one focus to keep you on that device or on that app for as long as possible. A really easy way to do that is to get flashing colors or vibrant effects, things that catch your eyes that you don't typically see, right? I promise you, if you were to set your phone to black and white like this and use the apps that you do, it would be a heck of a lot less interesting because you don't have the colors coming out. Look at the difference, right? Whole bunch of different colors. And so the easiest way you can get rid of a tech distraction is to set your phone to grayscale. Your phone becomes immediately less interesting, and so do all the videos, so does all the social media. Everything you do here becomes much less attractive. You could also just get it out of the room. Now, maybe that's not possible, and I understand that. That'd be the first thing I do is get it out of the room. Maybe you need it with you to make a call or do whatever. So set it to grayscale. The next thing you can do is to set a timer, but not on your phone. Get an actual kitchen rotary timer. These are like $20 on Amazon. So all you do is just twist it to the time you set for yourself. Let's just say I want this meal to take 22 minutes and 30 seconds, and you let the time wind down. The cool thing about this is if I look away and if I get distracted, I click the timer. Now the timer stops, and now I know every second that this timer is running is devoted to me eating. And the second that I look away, I pause the timer. When you use this for the first time, you'll be quickly reinforced that the time you think you spend eating is a lot longer than it is. Because if you just let this time wind down and all you did during this time was eat, then you'd probably get the meal done in this time. But sometimes the meals take you 2 to 3 times longer because you're not spending all of that time just eating. You're doing other things. And it could be one of these things. You're using tech, you're talking to people, you're doing other tasks instead of just eating. I recommend getting a timer that isn't your phone because if it's on your phone, you're going to be more likely to use the device. Next, people. Very easy fix. Leave. That is it. You leave the area. You leave the area, people, and you go eat in solitude. And you might be wondering, well, I like to eat with friends. I like to eat with family or coworkers. That's fine. Just know that you'll probably be trading some sort of meal timing as an expense. That'll be the expense you pay, and that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying if you want to maximally eat your meal as fast as possible so you can digest it so you don't feel full and so your appetite improves, it would make sense to eat in solitude. If you can't leave the room, if you can't actively leave, the next course of action would be to deny any conversations or tasks. Just say, hey, I'm just trying to get this food down really quickly so I can get back to work or get back to our conversation. I just really want to take this 15 minutes just to eat, if that's okay. 9 times out of 10, people will say, okay, that's totally fine. Keep eating. In my experience, I don't ask for permission to eat. So I don't say, if that's cool with you, I'd like to keep eating, because you're kind of putting them in power for them to decide. I just say, hey, I'm eating right now. I'll get back to you within the next 10 or 15 minutes. Once the meal is down and you're not using tech, you're not doing tasks, you're not using your phone, you get the meal down on time, then you can go back to doing the original task. Speaking of tasks, we have tasks. The easiest way to solve tasks is actually the same way I solve dealing with people. You leave so you can't do any other tasks, and you deny any tasks that are brought upon you. Now, sometimes you'll have to do work during your meal. That's totally fine. I'm just saying, if you want to maximally improve your meal timing and not getting distracted, these are the 3 things I would look at first. And so when you eat, just eat. If you're trying to accomplish a goal, and that goal is eat your food, the fastest way to get from where you are to this goal is a straight line, which means we're going to be just eating when it's time to eat. But if your attention is now going to social media, to a conversation with a coworker, to a new task that is brought up, to booking a dinner, to texting a friend, to going back to the movie, you can see here that not only is your attention spread elsewhere, but your attention per new task that you take up gets smaller and smaller and smaller as you do more tasks. And so the fastest way to get a task done is to have complete solitude against anything else that does not contribute to you completing this task. And when you're eating, the only thing that matters for you getting the meal down is you eating. That's how I eat undistracted.